Okay, so let's see. Today, as I was telling you, we are going to work in our final project, but before that, we are going to practice a little bit for some review, some vocabulary review. So you have the QR code there if you need it. And if not, let's see, we are going to work on this. I'm sending you. So for today, we're going to practice some vocabulary in context. That is to say, there are some words that we have worked with, some verbs, adjectives, anything, and you need to match it, match some words and to the definitions. Okay, it's gonna be 5 minutes in order to practice. If you, yeah, so the orange ones are gonna be matched to the light blue ones. And whenever you think that is correct, you just click on them and then are gonna be taped. If you consider it's not right, you click again and they are gonna be separated. Just a way to review some vocabulary in order to practice a little bit more. And then we're going to go to the, let's say, the harsh part. That's gonna be our writing section. So 5 minutes in order to review vocabulary, and then also, let's see, to give us some energy in order to start our lesson per se. Whenever you are ready, whenever you consider you are ready, you click on this light blue button and it will tell you, as in this case, which of your answers are right and which of your answers are wrong. As usual, whenever you are ready, raise your hand and then we will check. Perfect. So it is a review from all the modules, a little bit of each to practice, to remember. Maybe if you need some review, that's gonna be it's gonna be, let's see, our time to do it.
I'm ready.
Okay. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome. Let's see, you're just
Hi, Miss.
on time to work with this activity. I'm sending you the link again, but now we're going to share your answers. Yeah, there it is. Please click on that link and you will, a picture like this will display. Please match it. So, as you can see, there are oh, there are different definitions, but also there are some words, and it's your time to match them. So, the first one, let's see, Pablo, examples of basic mining actions. Which are those?
Blast, dig,
Mm-hmm.
load, hoist, haul.
Very good. Hoist and haul. Perfect. What about gold? What is gold, Caro? What's gonna be the definition?
Suelo metal. A ver, I just leave the link, but it's gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow precious metal used especially in jewelry and decoration.
Perfect. That's gonna be our match. Let's see. What about, oh, sorry. Let's see, Pablo, what about a prospector? Who's a prospector?
Person who explore a region for minerals and precious metals.
Perfect. Okay, so we are going to match it. Oh, no, here. Let's move this. We are matching. Yes, you can see the screen, the game here, or what are you seeing?
Um, I'm seeing the presentation.
Oh, why? Let's see. Here is. What about now?
Yes.
Yes, sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you were watching this screen. Okay, let's see. Cynthia, what about dust mask?
Equipment to be used where where there is a danger of falling. No,
Sure.
no, no, no. Es, a ver. em, I don't know. Example.
Sorry, you arrive a little bit
Does
here.
not
I'm gonna
equipment for.
give you some help. Okay, airborne. Remember that's a new word we worked on last
Okay.
lesson. Airborne and suspension. Yes. Whenever we talk about airborne dust, it means that there are some particles of dust around
Ah,
here.
yes,
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 that
yes.
is airborne. Very good. And let's see. Pablo, what about ore? What is ore?
Um, the rock from which the metal is extracted in a convenient and economical way.
Yes, perfect. Remember that when we talk about ore and minerals, they tend to be similar. They could be synonyms, but when we talk about ore, we are talking about this idea of that when extracting it, there is an economic interest. Yes, it's not just because we need to extract that mineral just because. The idea is that we have and there is an economic interest in order to extract that kind of mineral. So that is when we talk about ore. Perfect. Caro, what about a characteristic of non-metallic ores?
They lack malleability and ductility.
Yes, very good. They do not have any of those.
Sorry, I read it. I read wrong.
Yeah, so that is perfect. They lack malleability and ductility. And then finally, we have two pairs left. Let's see. Oh, where is the other one?
To the
Okay.
left,
Oh, it should be here. Yes, you're right. Sorry, I couldn't see. Thank you, Pablo. So, Carol, what about A synonym, sorry, there is a spelling mistake. It should be Y there. A synonym for equipment. What is that?
I put gear is the last that I put because I didn't understand.
Yes, gear. Whenever we talk about gear, it is the same to say equipment. So when we talk about PPS, we are talking about protective equipment. It's also called protective gear. Yes, that is a synonym. And then, so finally, these are going to be together, safety belts and lines. Those are equipment to be used where there is a danger of falling. Okay, whenever we click this, everything is all right. And we will continue working now with our presentation. Very good. So this idea of checking what vocabulary we already have incorporated in our list of words and the ones that need to be implemented. Today, we are going to work on the second step for our final project, that is our executive summary. So it is one of the most important part of our report, because it is the one part that everyone will read. So in order to write a wow factor, that is to say an amazing factor, we need to work hard. It needs to be clear, short, attention grabbing, and at the same time, it needs to be powerfully persuasive. Yes, that is to say, when we talk about executive, we talk about execution. And whenever we talk about execution, we are talking about doing something. That is why this part or this step needs you to show everything that is going to be done in order to solve the problem that we stated on the first step. So here we are going to work today with some tips for you to pay attention, to use as a guide, to use as a model. And then we are going to go on deeper on this writing task. Oh, here it is. So, sorry. I have included some tips in order to write an outstanding executive summary. First of all, it is important to describe the problem, need, or goal. Whenever we talk about executive summary, we need to explain in 1 or 2 sentences the previous step that was the problem. It is not necessary to write the problem again, I mean, in a complete way. It is just important to write the most important idea of the problem and why a decision is needed. Let's try to be specific and include quantifiable measurements if possible. So there are some options here to read some sentences so that you have an idea of what is needed in order to write an outstanding executive summary. For example, this document describes the XYZ solution. And let's see. Yeah, in detail. Here is a summary of its contents. That is wrong way in order to start describing your executive summary. Even though it is a summary, in resumen, we are talking about the execution, how we are going to do some things. It's not the summary of the project. Pay attention to that. Sino vendría a ser un resumen de todo lo que nosotros vamos a ejecutar, de todas las acciones que se van a ejecutar, que se van a tomar, que se van a poner en acción, ¿sí? Esta es la idea. ¿Qué es lo que se va a hacer? Por lo tanto, debe estar claro, específico y al punto, ¿ok? So, this document describes it's not giving enough information, but on the right way, in order to state this, we are experiencing a 10 million shortfall in yearly revenue due to telecommunications network audits. So, first of all, the problem needs to be stated. In this case, we are talking about the reason why we need to do some activities, the reason why we need to execute some actions. So, first of all, describe the problem, the need, or the goal. Why are we writing this report? Why are we writing this project? That is going to be the most important. Then let's see the second tip we are going to need in order to write this outstanding executive summary. Here. Let's describe the desired outcome. That is to say, the desired, deseado, the outcome, el resultado deseado. So, why or what do we want to reach? What do we want to end up with? In one or two sentences, describe what will be different if the problem is solved, the need is fulfilled, or the goal is achieved. Do not provide any details of the solution because this is only a summary. So, in chapter 1, we describe the multiple standard component analog flux capacitors. It is not that we are going to talk about every chapter or about every step. The right way would be, according to our estimates, reducing or eliminating these outages will increase our profitability by as much as 20%. So, here we are saying how things are going to be improved if we solve the problem. ¿Okay? Entonces, para ir pasando en limpio. Primera parte, tenemos que replantear nosotros el problema de una manera reducida, de una manera corta y al punto que nos va a indicar por qué estamos haciendo este reporte. En esta segunda parte vamos a describir qué va a cambiar si ese problema se soluciona, si la necesidad que tenemos se completa o si la meta que tenemos se alcanza. Bien, so just in order to say, okay, this is going to happen if we do or if we solve this problem. So again, first one, describe the problem in a very short way, in a very specific way. Then describe the desired outcome. What do we want to get at the end of this project? Number 3, here it is a little bit longer, the explanation. We need to describe our proposed solution. It is time to say, what are we going to do? So here we need to say the first part, what is the reason that we are writing this report? Why? And the second part, we need to say, what are we going to get at the end if we apply our solutions? And then the third section, we give our solution. We say, okay, in order to solve this problem, we are going to do this, this, and this. These actions are going to be taken in order to solve the problem. So here the proposal, la propuesta, describe in a series of short paragraphs the element of your solution to the problem. That is going to be a step 1, which will create the desired outcome. That is the step number 2. In each paragraph, we need to refer to the sections in the larger document where part of your solution is described in detail. So let's try to make each paragraph readable. Let's say that you want to read it. Avoid jargon. Do you know the meaning of jargon? What is the meaning of jargon? Any idea?
Jargon?
Jargon. Yes, jargon. Jargon is bluff. This is related to jerga. That's gonna be the translation. That is to say, some words that we tend to use in our work-related environment. So try not to use jargon. Biz blab is the same. That is a synonym. Do not use jargon, biz blab, or needless abstractions. And we need to create a step-by-step plan. How our actions are gonna be delivered. So here we have a very short paragraph, yes, but it's complete, it is long sentences made. And then on the right section, we need to write a step-by-step plan. So in order to address the above problem, we propose the following. Para solucionar entonces el problema que venimos teniendo, estas son nuestras propuestas. Purchase and install a pilot system, and you can number all of your solutions, all of your possible solutions. As you can see, it is short. It tells you what are we going to do. Here on the run section, besides that it's a long paragraph, it uses, let's say, some abstraction. So leveraging our existing infrastructure will capitalize past technology investments while optimizing retraining requirements. That is to say, it is explaining something, but let's say kind of in a boring way, and it doesn't say what are they going to do.
Leave a little moment.
Mhm.
I receive an email from the work from work. And it's
Okay,
urgent.
yes. Okay. So it is necessary for us to pay attention. So it shouldn't be a long paragraph without saying anything. On the right part, we need to number all of the actions, all of the solutions that we are proposing for this. Number 4. Let's explain how you will overcome risks. And here there is one word that is important for us that we will manage to work with. That is to say, riesgos. So, in every business, there are always some, there is a possibility of facing some risks. So, how are we going to wrap them? How are we going to express those risks, if any? Here we have 2 elements, 2 examples for you to use as a guide in order to write your own paragraph. So let's see the wrong section and let's try to think and let's try to guess why this is a wrong way of explaining your risks. The proposed solution in vendor agnostic and integrates into multiple system architectures through the use of customized execute ready scripts. Here, ¿qué es lo que nos piden? Que utilicemos plain language, yes, that is to say some vocabulary. Let's use some vocabulary that's gonna be easy to understand by anyone who's gonna read our report. So the right idea, to convert the entire customer service department, we will need to retain our service personnel, which would reduce the department's response time. However, we plan to reduce that possibility by writing a customized training manual. Okay, so here we need to say, to state, to name if there is any risk. ¿Sí? Si aparece algún riesgo, tenemos que aclarar también qué planes tenemos para reducir ese riesgo o qué planes tenemos para mejorar el impacto de ese riesgo que pueda tener en nuestro proyecto. So, let's see. The right section, let's convert And here this connector, however, de todos modos, and what are we going to plan? What is going to be our plan? In this case, reduce that possibility and you give actions. You will write a manual, for example. If there is any risk, you are going to explain how to solve or how to minimize that risk. The last step that we have today is the recommendation section. As you can see, this word, this recommendation, tell us how we are going to, what actions do we want to be taken. Yes? So if this decision involves money, include the amount. Remember that we need the budget section. So we need to include the amount if the decision includes money. If there are reasons that the decision must be made by a certain time, surface them. That is to say, the schedule part. So everything needs to be together in order to explain our final project. So our ongoing, here again, our adjective, our ongoing concern about phone system outages continues to impact our company and therefore should be addressed in an expeditious manner. So it doesn't say anything of how are we going to apply a solution for that. But on the contrary, on the other hand, on the right way, to complete this project by the end of the current fiscal year, estamos dando un tiempo, ¿sí? Al final de este año fiscal, without disrupting our current operations, we need you to approve an increase of 2 million in next quarter's IT budget. So, en la parte que es incompleta, digamos, que está incorrecta, no nos da tiempo, ¿sí? Schedule is not included. It doesn't give us a budget. So there's also a negative point. But here on the right section, everything is stated. If we need a specific time and a specific deadline to be met, that is how we are going to explain it. And at the same time, if some money is needed, we need to include the amount and where it should be applied. So, up to all of these steps that we have here, that information is present, you have a wrong and a right examples that you can use as a guide. Here, let's have a look at this example. This is an executive summary. As you can see, it includes all of the information that we have practiced. First of all, on the first sentences, we explain the problem in a very short and to the point. After that, we will see some of these problems, characteristics. After that, there is a subtitle that's going to be our proposal. What are going to be our possible solutions for the problem that we are facing? So we mention them, we propose this, and of course, if there are other proposals, if there are some other actions, there is some space, there is some room to include. And then risks. It is important to add risks, if any. If there is any idea, if there is any situation in which some risks might appear, this is our time to include them. But not only to say, okay, todos estos son los riesgos y ya terminamos ahí. No, la idea es poner los riesgos que puedan llegar a suscitarse en este proyecto y pequeñas soluciones que van a reducir el impacto de esos riesgos que nosotros estamos incluyendo. So, Here are some risks. Possibility of lower response time. In stage number 3 of the above plan, we will need to retrain our service personnel, which could temporarily reduce the department's average response time. However, we plan to reduce the possibility by writing a customized training manual. And if there are more risks, we add them, but not only to express those risks, but give a solution, give a possible solution for that risks, if any, okay? And finally, the recommendation section. Here, we need to include, as I told you, in a very short way, when do we think we are going to finish this project with? And if there is some budget needed, tell the amount. How much are we going to need? Of course, we were already talking about this. We need to keep it real, but it is not necessary you investigate the exact amount. We can give, we can say around estimates numbers in order to express our budgets, okay? So this, as you can see, it's gonna be a guiding, an example, a guiding text for your summary. As you can see, it is short. If you have more steps here or more risks, you can apply them. Of course, you can include them, but as you can see, the structure, it's short. It should be, it shouldn't go around the bushes. It should go straight to the point, okay? So last lesson, you were writing the first step, that was the presentation of the problem. Yes, the justification, why do we need to write the report on this? And today we need to finish this part, to write our executive summary, including all of these subheadings. Proposal, risks, and recommendation are going to be necessary for us to complete this final and to complete this our final project. So all in all, let's go back to this idea that should be kept in mind, that our executive summary is going to be one of the most important parts. So please pay attention. Let's try to write everything that is going to be the summary of everything you are going to explain in the rest of the project. Again, what is a wow factor? Something that amazes the reader, something that explains the reader in an outstanding way. What are we going to do? So executive summary related to execution, to doing things, to making some actions, to perform activities. And that is what we need to do today, right now. So let's start with your writing practices. Let's see your production. I will be checking them while you're writing. If there is anything that you need, I'm going to go with each of you. So I already have some of your links, but let's see. Yes. So let's start working on that section right now, so that we will have some time to explain it, to share it again with your classmates, as we did the previous lesson. So last lesson we were working on this problem, this idea of how and why are we going to write this report, because there is a problem and we stated the problem. Now it is your time to write this, the second step of your final project, that is going to be our executive summary. So you need some time to think about the actions, to think about when are we going to implement those actions. Of course, it shouldn't be that long. So if we try to think about 3 actions, 3 possible solutions, 3 possible activities that we are going to perform, I consider they are going to be enough for these reports. That's not going to be as long as necessary. So let's try to think about your problem, and in basing your problem, you're going to get your possible solutions. So think about that. It needs to be clear. You need to have everything clear. Yes, everything should be organized. And okay, it is time to start writing. I'm opening. Let's see, what is it? I'm opening your links right now so that all of us, where is this? So that all of us are going to be at the same page. Yes. So I will be opening your Google Drive links so that I will be checking your improvement, your how you are going to write, how are you going to describe these possible solutions. That is the second step for today. Let me see. I'm going to share your links. So it is your time to start working on this. Try to use all of this time. Let's use it in a smart way so that we're going to be finishing it as soon as possible. I'm looking for the links so you can start working, and I'm going to be reviewing your writing tasks. And if there is anything that should be corrected, let's say, when writing, if there are some connectors missing, or if there is anything that should be corrected, I will be there. Let's see. I need to see you working on that, your writing task. I'm not sure.
Flora, question.
Yes.
Is it possible that a part of my writing from the last class correspond to the topic to this class? I'm
Let's see.
reading and I put, for example, some actions. I think that part maybe is part
To be
of this topic. Yeah.
of the summary, of the
Yeah.
executive summary. Okay, let's see. I will have a look at it. Yes, of course it might have. I'm checking it right now. Where are you? So you shared your presentation. Here we are. Yes. I'm opening it right now. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes here I am. I'm going there to your project. Yes. Because Yes. So here, Pablo, you should try. Okay. Let's see. Now I'm going to send you to our small break rooms. So I'm going to work individually with each of you, giving you some specific details. Let's see if you need some help, or if you need some guidance on the topic, I will go with each of you. So let's see. Let's open the breakout rooms. There are gonna be two. I will be there with both of you. Let's see. Please join the breakout room you were invited to. I'll go with you first, Pablo. And then Cynthia, I am going to work with you. So please keep your writing open. And after I finish working with Pablo, I will go with you. Okay, let's go back to our main session. Let's wait for your classmates. Okay. Okay, welcome back, Pablo, Cynthia. We have some minutes left, so let's try to have a look at your executive summaries, just a little bit, so to know if you are on the right way, on the right path, or if there is something that needs some correction, and if there are some elements that should be included or elements that should be avoided or changed. Okay, so let's see who would like to start, just to have an idea. Yes, of course, remember that you're not being evaluated now because we are practicing and we are working on our final project, but let's try to share everything that you have already done, already completed. So let's see, I'm going to share yours. Let's see, Cynthia, because I have yours here. Where are you? This is yours? Yes.
Yes, Miss.
Okay,
I changed the phrases.
perfect.
But me falta la justificación, digamos, que la estaba ahí escribiendo.
Okay, don't worry. So a challenging goal that arises in the mining industry are avoiding accidents.
Okay.
Last year in the company, very good. The company had 2 accidents in 8 months. Very good. Okay, this idea of giving context, that's what we were saying the previous lesson, to explain why that action represents a problem. That is very good. Okay, some of them are minor, others are critical. Very good. And executive summary, to provide information to workers in the mining industry about accidents and how to prevent them so that the work, in that case, the workplace, el lugar, workplace is safe. Okay, so maybe we should pay attention to the summary structure. Yeah, remember that we have this idea of risks, if any, or if there is any, this a proposal, ¿sí? La propuesta que se quiere hacer, and explain all the actions. This is good as an introduction. Yes, that is perfect. But you need to number all of the actions in a very short way, in a very brief way, all of the activities that you are going to do or that you are going to improve. Okay, so as a starting point, it is great. So please try to complete it. Of course, we will have some time to do it next lesson, but do not, I don't want you to be left behind. No nos atrasemos. So let's try to complete this, the executive summary. Very good, Cynthia. Keep on working, keep on writing. You are going on the right way, on the right path. Very good. Now let's see, Pablo. Hurry. Oh, so we are on time. Just a little bit of your let's see, of your presentation, and then we are
I
going.
spent some time
Mhm,
in the justification
mhm.
from the executive summary. I just write a description, a brief
Okay,
text.
here it is. You spend some time.
Yeah,
Perfect. The problem is it's getting great. It looks great. Perfect. And for the summary,
yeah,
here.
yeah. I just write 2 paragraphs, and
Uh-huh.
then action is not
Complete.
properly right.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Okay, but you
try
have
to
like the
explain.
skeleton, the
Yeah,
basic structure. That's great. Opportunity to achieve a great growth for the company. Mm-hmm. Perfect. With decreased cost and time making. Very good. Yes, the actions, of course, remember.
it's
Mm-hmm.
not well structured because
Okay, yeah.
I copy the the sentence from the
Mm-hmm.
last class and I
Yes, you
pass
need to
here.
work on it.
Yeah,
Don't worry. Okay. Very good. So that's it. Remember to include the proposal, the risks, if any,
yeah,
okay, and all the information. But you are working really well, and I like this part of the justification and all this idea of including pictures, so that it's gonna be easier for you to explain it. Very good, perfect. There you have the link for the attendance for today. So please open it, complete the form, so that everybody knows that you were here today. Perfect. When you complete it, we are, yes, and stop sharing. So everything is going great. You are completing your final project, and we are making some actions. We are taking actions and improving all of these writing tasks. Of course, if there is anything that you have any doubt about, please let me know. You can contact me on the platform, and this lesson is going to be uploaded there, of course. The homework that you have is trying to investigate to complete your final project. But remember that we are having some specific time for your writing tasks at these lessons, so that you improve your writing task, but also that you can use this time in a clever way. Okay, so did you complete this attendance form, both of you?
yes.
Okay,
Yes, I
perfect.
did.
Great, excellent. So we are on time, and I am glad that we are going on the right path. You are completing your final project. No, sorry, next lesson, I will try to give you, let's say, and a schedule of all the activities that we need to do, when to present the final project, when do we have the final exam, when do we have the final presentations. Yes, and also because I know you're always busy, so I want to arrange with you if you can't make it on a specific day, to try to make some arrangements if anything arises, of course. So that is the idea, to be prepared from now in order to organize, to arrange everything so that we can complete this course, that you are following the right way. Okay, so that's what I want to do. So again, if there isn't any doubt, we are about to finish, and I think we have completed our activities today. So nice to see you again. See you on next Friday, and we will organize everything to be ready for our final section. Okay.
Okay.
See you
Thank you.
next Friday. Enjoy
See
this
you.
night and tomorrow. Okay,
You
bye-bye.
miss. Bye.